So again, we talk about a lot of the focus is on cannabis. It's interesting because I was talking with my mother who suffers from back pain and neck pain, and I said, you should try cannabis, and her response was, well, you don't want your mom to be a druggie, and I kind of said, you already are because of the prescription drugs. So again, for some reason, society thinks that people that are on prescription drugs is acceptable, but there's so much concern around cannabis. Is there a need for education around cannabis itself and the applications?
Most definitely, and I think that will come. I've had a similar experience with my mother, with her fibromyalgia, and suggested that maybe she looks into alternative type of treatment, but she had the same response as your mother did. So I think that there is education, and that will come. One thing that's interesting, when you look at legalization of cannabis itself, I was reading a number of articles where legalization is actually incurred because the increase in the usage. And when you're looking at the US again, since 2005, the number of users of marijuana and medical marijuana has steadily increased over time. And if you look at Forbes magazine, Harvard Business Review, they're attributing the legalization in many states because of the increased usage and increased acceptability.
Right.
So I think as we get further into this, people will become more educated. I mean, for years, we were told cannabis is bad and drugs are bad. So it's going to take some time.
And I think that's an interesting point, is that there are a lot of benefits to cannabis from a medical standpoint.
Yes, there is.
I think from a recreational standpoint, I put it in the same category as alcohol.
Exactly.
That, in moderation and in the proper situations, it's fine. In excess or in improper locations, or when you have a responsibility for work or what may be, or if you're driving, it isn't acceptable. And I think it's that common sense that has to come into play in the workplace and in day-to-day life for people.
And this is where employers have to be thinking too. So at their Christmas parties,
right,
they allow alcohol.
Yeah.
They might even give them 2 drink tickets. What are they going to do for cannabis?